not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How y'all doing? It's Thursday, baby. Of course it's time to meet. That's what we do. We're Blue Dots, and we meet. Anyway, Doug Sane was the first one to jump in, followed by Sue Warrior. Gallagher is in the room. Susan Greenland, Irene Lambert, thank you very much. Roger Himmelwright, Jamie B. is in here. John Mittler, Trudy Bachter, thank you very much. Susie Jones, Penny Hartleben, Debbie Capran, Gordon Marbles, Martin 01. Martin, I'm always going to get that. You threw a digit in there. Martin 01 is in the room. Helen Hernandez, Linda Carlston, Nancy Stevens, Sam is in the room. Wanda Bell's in here. Gallagher saying hello to everybody. I love it. Hello, Hallie Colquitt. Jesus. Jeanette Miller in everybody's in the room. Let me grab this and get down here and get started. All right. Smartass Squad, Jamie B., Doug Sane, and Melinda Unknown is in the room. Anyway, it's Thursday, baby. What a day, huh? What a day, a difference a day makes. Boy, howdy shit. I am sure, and it's probably on everybody's mind, I am sure by now you have seen the article out of Politico, conversations had among the group Young Republicans, and if you've seen that, there's not much has to be said. It is a disgusting, vile, racist, homophobic, misogynistic, everything rolled into one damn chat, a popular chat too. And don't let the name fool you, Young Republicans. I understand they range from age 18 to 40, so maybe not that young. As a matter of fact, our Vice President, J.D. Vance, has gone out of his way to emphasize that they're just boys. They're just boys, and you know how boys are. Their boys are going to push that. Yeah, no bullshit. Bullshit. That's the way your kids might go. That's not the way our kids go. That's not acceptable. But he tries to play it off, but it shows their true colors, baby. And these are the ones that we talk about. The ones I call maggots. They're not conservatives. Conservatives, I think, they still have half a brain left in their head and you know, are reasonable people. Maggots are not. Maggots are fallen in with the glorious leader. They don't give a shit about anything, the Constitution, anything. The Bill of Rights, none of that matters. None of it matters. It's only the glorious leader. And they have a specific vision of what this country should look like. And it's not the American dream, baby. It's not what we were promised. I don't know what to say about it. Outside of there they are, for all the world to see. And they've come up with some of the identifications of some of these people. I hope they come out with all of them. Stand by your words, baby. Stand by your words. But they'll run like little chicken shits is what they'll do. Because that's what they are. They hide behind a fake name and they spout their hatred and feel protected. In this day and age, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. Maybe your words need to be known. Anyway, I thought it was a disgusting display. And to have the Vice President of the United States do anything but condemn it is an embarrassment to this country. It's embarrassment to everybody in this country. But it tells you who they are. These are the people Donnie calls his supporters, his maggots. I don't think so, baby. I don't think so. Anyway, hi, Miss Chick.
Hi, John.
How are you doing, dear?
Well, I'm trying to stave off getting bitten by the kitten.
Bitten by the kitten?
Yeah, he's attacking. It's like, stop. Just sit quietly. Don't bite.
No. It's time to play, Mom.
I know. It always is.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
But he looks so cute.
Well, of course they do. That's their job. Look cute.
Right.
Yeah.
Look cute.
Yeah, they always hit you with that little look. I'm innocent. Yeah.
Yep. And then I'll lick you just a little bit to let you know, and then crunch.
Yeah, and then show a little teeth there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, the feeling that you're describing of these people in this group. Now, these people are mostly men, by the way, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And
as far as I understand.
For me, it's like if I were to walk into a men's locker room and it goes silent. Why would that be? Why would that be?
Well,
because they talk disgusting things when they're by themselves and they think nobody's listening. Well, and they know better.
I'm not going to argue that point. I'm not going to argue that point, but I don't think you're going to walk into a locker room and hear this kind of shit.
I don't know.
You might hear some stuff in there, unless you're in a really racist area. They're really
it might
like
be a locker
white
room,
supremacists.
But it's a room of men. You're going to get some.
Yeah, but this goes beyond the pale. This young Republican shit.
Right, but they feed on each other. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
And again, it's men. Sorry, it's men.
Well, not all of us.
I know, but there are times when you guys dive into things. It's like, okay, I'm out of here. I don't even want to. It's just a guy thing. But it's not like he said, not like it's just boys being boys. No.
It's not racist. There might be. You're putting me on the spot here.
I know, but the point
is there misogynistic comments made? Probably. Men are disgusting creatures. I've said it up. Anybody that knows me knows these words, and I've said it because I said it to my wife the first time I met her. And I told her, men are disgusting creatures. Stay the fuck away from them.
Yep.
That's what.
In a nutshell.
But then I did my best to reform myself, and I think I did. Okay. But no, this goes beyond the pale. This is not just guy talk. This is not just guys getting. This is hateful shit.
No, this is very specific talk, but it's been in the world forever.
It has been. It has been.
Even when women try and stand up and point it out, we get poo-pooed and whatever. And just go in the kitchen, Missy. You need to go.
No, this needs to be highlighted. This is beyond just a dirty joke or some inappropriate comment.
It is, but again, don't get distracted, John, because there's many, many more groups of men out there doing the same thing. There really are.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
Not just this group. So we need to stay focused on, I think, the one thing that can actually crack the wall. And
what?
In two ways. Number one, getting justice for all of the women now that had been taken advantage of through Epstein and all of his clients.
That is the
And
big
number two, taking down the whole system that has been protecting all of the information, all the people that were involved in it. And
that
let's stay focused on that. Let's get the
that that
justice for these women, and let's crack this whole thing.
that's
Take
what
them
right
down.
now is the big story, and we all know it is. The reason that the Arizona Congresswoman has not been sworn in, it's because of the Epstein case.
Right?
Because yes,
But
we all know it.
I've got something here to read from. Oh, let me see. Adam Klasfeld at All Rise News. And he's talking about Epstein survivors sue Bank of America and Bank of New York Mellon. Yeah. So Jeffrey Epstein's survivors filed a pair of federal lawsuits against the Bank of America and the Bank of New York Mellon on Wednesday, accusing them of ranking among the, quote, complicit financial institutions, unquote, who valued proximity to wealthy and connected predators more than complying with anti-trafficking law. Rather than merely providing routine banking services to Epstein, Bank of America went far beyond that. Beyond what a non-complicit bank would have done, and instead assisted Epstein in setting up the necessary financial structure to operate his sex trafficking venture, the 49-page lawsuit says. In 2023, survivors settled similar lawsuits against J.P. Morgan and Deutsche Bank for $290 million and $75 million. Another lawsuit filed today estimates that Bank of New York Mellon processed $378 million in payments to women trafficked by Epstein. Both lawsuits cite the ongoing Follow the Money investigation by Senator Ron Wyden, a Democrat from Oregon, into Epstein for the Finance Committee. During the investigation, Wyden found that billionaire Leon Black paid $170 million to Epstein for purported tax and estate planning advice from his Bank of America account. Advice. Compensation that he found far exceeded that of other professional attorneys and advisors involved in Black's estate planning. Attorneys David Bowles and Sigrid McCauley filed both class action complaints on behalf of an anonymous Jane Doe, who says she met Epstein in Russia in 2011 and was sexually abused by him until 2019, the year of Epstein's prosecution and death. In 2013, accountant Richard Kahn and immigration attorney Arda Excards, directed Doe to open a Bank of America account as part of a plan to defraud immigration officials, according to the complaint. As soon as the account was opened, Kahn wired $14,073 into the account, the complainant says. According to the lawsuit, Epstein and Kahn began to use the account, quote, without explanation, unquote, wiring money for immigration and monthly rent. Kahn is one of the executors of Epstein's estate, along with attorney Darren Indyke. Only the banks are named as defendants in the lawsuits, but survivors sued Kahn and Indyke in a separate pending lawsuit in Manhattan federal court. Virgin Islands investigators called Indyke and Kahn the indispensable captains of Epstein's sex trafficking enterprise in an enforcement action ultimately settled for more than $105 million, without an admission of wrongdoing. Neither of the men has been criminally charged and deny the allegations against them. The survivors' lawsuit against Bank of New York Mellon focuses on Epstein's relationship with French modeling scout Jean-Luc Brunel, who also died in his jail cell before he could stand trial on child sex crimes. Epstein enlisted Brunel to recruit new victims from all over the world, enticing them with promises of modeling careers before sexually abusing and trafficking them through a modeling agency Epstein and Brunel established called MC2, the lawsuit notes. The name referred to the math equation E equal MC2, where E stood for Epstein. According to the lawsuit, MC2 had a banking relationship with Bank of New York dating back at least until 2006. Both lawsuits allege multiple violations of the Trafficking Victim Protection Act and negligence. Bank of America and BNY did not have an immediate comment. Yeah, I wonder why.
I wonder why.
I wonder
wouldn't they
why.
want to comment that?
But again, this is going to crack things open more.
You have to remember how Al Capone was caught. It wasn't by
Taxes.
it was bank robbing. It was by paperwork, baby. It was by records. It was by taxes, bank records and shit.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of information come out in this.
It is. And the idea that people are, and when I say people, I don't just mean on the Republican side. I mean just in Washington and or around the world.
Around the world, baby.
Yeah, around the world. They're trying their best to either deflect or keep this smothered so it doesn't come out before they ultimately are deceased and gone.
I don't think it's yeah, that's what they're waiting on. That's what they're hoping on.
That's what they're
going to try to
live
do.
their lives and be, whatever. Like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'll just go away. You'll never see me again. Yeah. In prison, how's that?
Yeah.
But don't
and what
think
I would
for a
really
minute.
like what I'd like to see is I'd like this to be the crack in the dam that brings it all down.
Yeah.
And we can do a reform of Washington completely.
A reform.
Completely.
Yeah. Not only of Washington, D.C., but around this country.
A lot of other things too.
A lot of other things. Hey, let me catch up real quick before we bring in our first guest. Let me thank Jim's Radio Check, who came in with a $10 donation and said, thanks for all you do. And fuck Donald J. Trump. It says it right there, and I'm required by law to. Anyway, Dan Hack came in with $2 and said, be proud and safe for Democracy Saturday. Indeed, I plan on it. And Susan Rotella didn't pop up. She didn't make a comment. Came in with a $20 donation. Susan, thank you very much. I appreciate it tremendously. It's Let's see what
anyways,
cleared out there.
Epstein.
That's and again, that's why Congress is not being. That's why the new Congresswoman from Arizona has not been sworn in. That's the only reason. Yep. That Mike Johnson is running around trying to make up an excuse every damn day. It's a different excuse of why he can't do this.
He's walking around flailing his little arms. Yeah.
Yeah. But
whatever.
Once she comes in and sign, that's when it's all going to start, because we're just going to start scratching the surface there of getting the information out of the FBI. It's in.
Yeah. And if it comes down to taking them down because of what they did financially first. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's what I mean. That's the way Al Capone went. Taxes, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't pay taxes on this big hunk of money you got. Now let's investigate why you got the money.
But we can't forget why they were using this money and where this money was coming from and what it was for.
And we have to be prepared. And we've already seen hints of it with names on the Democratic side, prominent names. This is crosses political lines. Doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat, conservative or liberal. It doesn't matter.
Pretty much comes down to people that were rich.
Yeah, that's the only ones playing in this game. Were those with a lot of money and power.
Yeah.
Hello, Uncle Fatty.
The late, great Al Capone.
Yep.
Good God.
And that's how he went down. He went down for tax evasion. So they couldn't get him on bank robbery or anything.
It didn't matter if he was a Democrat or a Republican, right?
No. As a matter of fact, to this day, I don't know which one he was. So.
Well,
but
he was late. He was
Donnie
great.
got another hit today with John. Boy, how'd he shit?
Yeah, John Bolton.
With John Bolton. All of a sudden, I look over to my left, and my whole computer screen is gone.
Well, quit hitting
Holy
buttons.
shit. Yeah, John Bolton got it today, baby. Another one on, this is
well,
vengeance. It's vengeance, and vengeance is You know, it's right up there on the top 7 deadly sins. And,
Yeah.
you know, I'm this Nazi shit has got me. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I might come up here and say shit like, fuck Trump. But that's
There
because
you
I
say.
want my country to be better than that, you know? It's because I still support the president. I don't support the man. You know, I'd even go so far as to say, like I've said before, I'd probably, you know, jump in front of something that was aimed to do bad things to that man, because he right now is the president. And I honor the presidency. And, you know,
I'm glad.
when
I'm glad.
we do this, you know, I want MAGA to be good. I want my fellow MAGA friends and my family members to be better. And I might say, you know, F you to them, or in general.
Yeah.
But that's a sentiment
I'm
that
guilty.
just isn't
I'm guilty.
not reciprocated. You know, it's not that we want the best for the country. You know, John, we've talked about this. That
I want the best for my country and my fellow man.
yes, for everybody.
That's yeah. And,
You know, for
and
liberty and justice for all means
for
for
all.
all.
Says it right there on the statue.
And we got the vice president literally, you know, kowtowing, kissing the boots. Good people on both sides, I'm sure.
Yeah,
right?
that kind of bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that don't work. No.
No.
There's not
You know,
good
there's
people
this
on
thing
that
about
side.
Nazis.
They're racist, misogynistic, bigoted, homophobic, you name it. They're not for the
Used to be a good point in America's history where we would call each other out for that stupid shit. We would say to each
Yes.
other, hey, that's all we had to say to each other was, hey.
Yeah. Hey.
People
That's what I say.
understood
Hey.
right? And, you know, you keep that under your rock, and you keep that, you know, in your locker room, so to say.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got it in your head, keep it there. Don't let it come out your mouth.
Or don't let it come out in front of me, at least. But, you know,
There's some shit that
think,
comes
you know,
out of people's mouths, their ass refused. It's shit.
well, but it comes from the gut, though, doesn't it? It's
It
like
does.
you're saying,
It does.
it's, you know, it tells you who the people really are when they'll say it, not just in a locker room, but out in public and openly and very
And that's where
prominently,
we've come. But that's the people that Donald Trump inspired to come out from underneath their rocks. When Obama was elected, that was when that speech at the correspondence dinner. That was a pivotal time in Trump's life right there. He wanted revenge, and we see how he is on revenge even now. He's going after anybody. But Obama was the big ticket. He was the big target, baby. And
And he said today in his press conference, well, in theory, I am the chief law enforcement officer.
Yes, he did.
No, sir, you're not. No,
That's
sir.
what he's saying.
I would say with tears in my eyes, I would say, no, sir. But then again, notice how the White House press briefings keep going where, you know, we had the bipartisan thing there in the beginning, and they got rid of that, and everybody would sit there quietly, and when they would raise their hand and wait to be called on. Now he's got the show. You know, it's all about the show.
Yep.
Watch these briefings. They've got the old school rattle. You know, as soon as somebody's done, they already
Everybody
know
else
who's going to be
starts-
called on.
Yeah.
But they're telling her, gobble, 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 gobble,
Yeah.
gobble, gobble, gobble,
Yeah.
gobble, gobble, gobble,
Sir,
gobble.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's important, you know, stroking his ego. This is the narcissism at play. This is why we have to mock the narcissist. It's their biggest weakness. It's his biggest weakness. Every time he talks, he says, they didn't like me, or I like them because they like me. It's his weakness.
It's all transactional with him.
His weakness.
Everything is transactional with Trump. If he's not getting something, don't expect anything from him. And even if you do give him
That's
something,
not
he'll
the way
shit on your ass.
Democrats work. You know, when you see, you know, Bernie and AOC were out doing their tour here this summer, and she made a really good point during that I don't care. You know, as a politician, she said, I don't care if you voted for me or not. I'm still going to work for the betterment of every person that I'm representing. whether you're MAGA or not. I want MAGA
Yeah.
to be good. I want MAGA
That's the
folks to
word.
have good things like health and care that doesn't cost them 3 times more than it did last year. I want them to have school lunches. I want them to have social services. I want everybody to prosper, because when we all do better, we all do better.
Yes. Let the tide
That's
lift all
very
boats.
It's really hard, guys. I know it is, to try to even imagine bringing a recently turned, a recently reformed maggot into our fold. But we need them. And as
Indeed.
much as I want to say that I love every human being, it's really hard to hate these folks as well as we damn well should. I do love them. I do want them to feel like they're welcome to come into this table, to come into any table that we're at. Because here's the deal: when there's one Schnazi at a table with 11 other people, you got a dozen Nazis there.
Yeah.
Right? And we're welcoming folks into our table. They don't want to come, and I understand that. They're too scared. They're too brainwashed. Whatever the stakes may be. But I'm flipping people every day.
Good.
I'm calling people out. I'm calling them out right to their face. And it
Good.
might take a little while, and it might take a little while longer, but I'm
Do
flipping
it
people every
diplomatically.
day
Do it diplomatically.
for a reason. Because this is America. And when we all do better, man, we all do better.
Yeah. When we all do better, the country does better. And we're not doing too good right now. Hey, let me thank Lincoln, who came in with a $10 donation. Mind these words. Mind these words. He said, when the people are scared of government, that's tyranny. When the government is scared of the people, that's liberty. Give me liberty or give me death. No kings, baby. And that's this Saturday, baby. October 18th. I will be at the water's edge down here in Corpus Christi, protesting, holding my sign, using my voice. I encourage you to do the same, because he's right. Liberty is when the government fears the people. We are the power in this country. Have no doubt about that. I say it all the time. Those congressmen and senators, they don't have their powerful, cushy-ass job unless their constituents are satisfied, unless they work for the people. And right now, a lot of that ain't happening. A lot of it ain't happening, as is evident by our shutdown right now. It's our voices that need to rise. We hear his voice all the time. Every day in the damn news, you can hear his ass saying something or another. Usually something stupid, but where's he at today? What was he doing today? Anybody know?
Oh, I don't want to know.
Right.
Yeah. I can't remember.
That's flood the zone working right there, when there's so much shit that we can't even keep track anymore.
Well, I'm a little absent-minded because right before the show this evening, I caught up with the last episode of South Park. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't do that yet.
You haven't done that yet?
Not yet.
Boy, Hattie.
No.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I won't spoiler alert it, but definitely watch it.
Yeah, definitely watch it. The suspense continues. Yeah, I don't want to give it away. The devil's
Then
pregnant.
don't.
Yeah. Everybody
we knew
knows
that.
if you've seen the last app, the devil's pregnant, and with Donnie's child. Anyway,
Trump is fucking Satan.
Trump is fucking Satan. That's all there was to it. It's it. He had the only equipment that would actually fit, and that's what it was explained. And anyway, Sue Warrior,
John?
how you doing?
I'm doing I'm doing as well as I guess I can.
Well, there you go, brother. Every day,
Just like everybody
I'm
else.
doing the best I can. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough, I've gone through what you've gone through. And it's
hard. It's hard. There ain't no two ways about it. It's very difficult. very lonely, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
all that kind of shit. So
I moved. I sold my wife's van, and I moved out of the house because
yeah, that's what my kids want me to do.
the memories kick your ass.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. They're all around
Uh,
us. They're
Yeah.
I didn't move out of my house. I'm still here 20 some years later.
I can't see me moving.
God.
First
but
off,
yeah,
what would I
I
do with all
know.
this shit? This is 48
Well,
years of shit piled up around here. Where would I
yeah,
put
I
it?
didn't have that.
I'd have to buy another house just to put this shit in. So what's the
I
point?
had a I had a cookie cutter home. I didn't care. I could not deal with it and what was going on in the neighborhood. All that crap is like, you know what? No, I gotta move.
Well,
I had to, because everybody knows. Be honest with you, once you lose somebody like that, if you don't have the family, you don't have something, because everybody goes about, your local, your kids, they go back about their business. They got to deal with it too. But
yeah, yeah.
when you go into that empty home and all this, it's it's so hard that a lot of people just don't understand it.
It's quiet. It is.
And
It's
yeah,
My
it's
kids, my kids all moved out about 8, 12 years ago, and I feel the same way, just being an empty nester. You know,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
It gets mighty quiet, and yeah, it's
I didn't mean to depress anybody.
no,
Uh,
it's. Yeah, I'm already that
let's
way,
get off
brother.
the
I
mushy
start
mushy
my
shit.
day like that. I wake up in an empty bed.
I know. I
You
heard
know,
you.
and,
I
and
heard
there's a
you.
lot of our
I
blue
heard you
dots
on that.
that are going through the same thing,
well,
whether
we're
it
all going
be a
through the same
year,
thing.
2 years, or 20 years. It doesn't. I can't imagine it going away.
And you know what?
So
It doesn't matter what other people think about your grief. You just do your grief the way you need to do your grief.
Yep.
yeah, I do mine
John,
by
it'll never
driving.
go away.
I do mine by driving. That's what. That's
There you go.
it is. It's
It'll never
pitiful.
go
Every
away,
day
John.
I drive to the post office to check my mail, and oh, by the way, did I tell you about my recent trip
Uh-oh.
to the mailbox? I ain't gonna make y'all suffer through this shit. There was nothing there.
How's
Anyway,
Bridge doing?
right after that, then is that dilemma and I mentioned the other day that I face every day. I walk back out of there and I get in my car because the next thing I always did was go home. Was go home to be with my wife. And all of a sudden, that ride back home is pretty grueling. So I usually don't turn that way. I turn the other way.
Routine's
I
hard to
drive.
break.
Yeah, I drive.
But just like traditions, we set our own traditions, we set our own routines, and can't be afraid to set new ones.
Yeah, but I got to find a way. I want to make a trip to Tennessee. The logistics
Sure.
of that is the only thing standing in my way, really. Yeah, that part.
John?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you again what my father-in-law said to me. The first thing he said when he got in the car for the airport was, John, that's me, this will never go away.
Mm-mm.
But it will get easier. I'm still waiting for that.
Well, you
Yeah.
gotta let it get easier. And sometimes
Yeah.
you gotta kick
There
that
are
door down.
days there are days and that I've enjoyed myself. I've allowed myself to smile and have fun and whatnot. But at the end of the day,
You
it's
still go
there.
back.
You still go back. And
You still go back. So. Oh well.
Anyway.
Let's get off the mushy
Yeah.
shit.
yeah,
What I really wanted to say, if I can, but so I'll back out after this. But this Antifa thing, if you're holding a sign that says Antifa, you might want to not say that. How about say something like, I am pro-democracy, I am pro Constitution. I am pro something,
I
because
think you
if
could
you
say I
look
am
up
anti-fascist.
And refuse
exactly
tyranny. You can, yeah.
Yeah.
right, but if you look it up on what Antifa is meaning on just Wikipedia, and I've said this before, Google is your friend here. And what the department is stated in September of 2025 how they feel about this. If you're Antifa, that means you're an anarchist or a chance of a communist or a socialist. That is
I'll go for socialist.
Wikipedia.
I'll go for
Yeah,
socialist.
but that is Wikipedia. So,
Okay.
like, please just
And
don't
they
use
really want
Antifa.
us to have those placards that say that, because it easily identifies who they're going to go for first.
Exactly.
Don't
Yeah.
fall into
Exactly.
it. Don't
Yeah,
use the
Please
word.
be
use
careful.
it. Don't use it. And,
Don't
and
even
it's
bother
going to take a little
saying
bit of training because we've all been using it for a while now.
Right. Be
Yeah.
careful with this
Yeah.
because that you
Don't
gotta
even
watch
put the
these
Yeah,
clowns.
anti.
Dean Baker's
Just say
right.
I'm
It's
anti-fascism. I do
think
not
it was him.
believe in, yeah.
No.
Don't
So
say anti
yeah,
anything.
anti anything. Yeah, because if you're anti-fascist means you're fascist. Theoretically, yes, that means you are that. But fascist was a movement. It was in Italy. It was in Germany.
Yeah, it's an ideology.
And it was it's an ideology. Even Russians were anti-fascist. Technically, they did not like that. But now you're communist. Well, does anybody here say that Russia aren't they still technically communist? I mean, it was inbred to them for a long time. They claim they're not, but really, I mean, would anybody here consider them communists?
I would consider them to be an authoritarian dictatorship.
Absolutely.
With
China
the
is
facade
definitely
of a
communist,
president. Now Russia has a president.
Yeah,
They got a
you got to
president.
look at this junk. Yeah,
Doesn't mean
well,
much.
yeah, right.
No,
89% voted for him. Give me a break.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell of numbers, man. I'm telling you.
That's a landfall.
It's a hell of a
All right,
mandate
John,
right
I'm
there.
going to back out. I appreciate it. If anybody's on in the live chat afterwards, it depends on dinner. I get there late, just because of the time. I'll back out. Let somebody else come in. And hey, we love you guys, and
We
please
love you back.
be careful of that anti-Tifa stuff because they're not looking at that like we are looking at that.
They're trying to make it something it's not.
Exactly.
Right.
They're trying to make it something it's not.
And so instead of fighting back and saying, no, I'm anti-fascist, just drop it, period. Don't
Just
say
drop
it,
period.
period. We
Thank
know
you,
what
Mitch.
we are. We're against fascism. We know that. But don't go out and pummel it in their face, because they're just going to throw you to the ground, stomp on you, drag you off in cuffs. And yeah, why bother? Why let them do that? Just don't antagonize it. It's not worth it.
Bunch of clowns.
I'm using the words no fascism. That's what I'm using. Because the word no is prominent in my sign.
Stay away from that Antifa.
I'm just going to go with no kings and no tyranny. I'm going with that.
Tyranny.
That works.
No kings.
God bless you all. And I love you, and I'll see you later. I'm still going to listen to the show, but I'm going to back out. Let people.
All righty. We appreciate it, partner. All right.
Be good, warrior.
And let me see. Dr. Andy, are you with us?
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, with you.
What's up, Doc?
Same old stuff. Just another day in paradise, you know.
I got some good news today, man.
What?
Oh.
Well, share it, brother. We all need a little of that.
Oh, Nick Fuentes, he got banned from Spotify.
You got
Yep.
banned? You got banned
banned
from
Spotify.
That's kind of hard to do.
Spotify.
Nick Fuentes.
How do you do that?
Oh, just for saying a bunch of racist shit. But he went too far about what's his name's wife. Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Jeez.
Okay. All right. All righty. Well, while we
Yeah,
wait for.
Nick got to running his mouth a little bit too heavy on that one again. That's what Nazis do, and when they tell you who they are, listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, big shout out to Peter too, that came in with a big 50 right before I came in on a super sticker that you might have missed there. But while we're at it, smack that thumb button.
Peter too.
Whoa.
What a great
Hit that thumb, ring that bell, join the Discord, do all that good stuff.
Do all that good stuff.
Like,
Jump
share,
in.
and subscribe, people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Share this shit out. The twos, right? If 2 people shared this to 2 people, and 2 more people shared it to 2 more people, it'd only take a week to get to 1 million people.
There you go.
Yeah, doing that math
do
stuff.
the math. Yeah, there goes that
Yep.
math stuff. Hello, Just Coggins. How you doing?
Hey, John. Hey, everybody. I'm doing pretty good. How's everybody else?
Hanging in there.
Well, it snowed in Idaho, so I'm doing good.
Awesome.
What? Snow.
Snowed up here.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. I'm going to pray for you. I'll pray for you.
Yeah.
Please do.
Got that.
Please, we need more.
You're waiting to get into that powder. I know it.
That's right.
Anyway,
Those
Just,
things over there, Jess.
how's everything going in your world? Oh, no, we lost Just.
No, he's muted for some reason.
Oh, no, I had a little visitor.
A small
Oh.
person.
Yes. As it goes. But making out the Christmas list already. So,
Oh,
Oh,
the excitement. Oh my gosh.
yes. My feeling is I'd like to switch this topic a little suddenly to what I believe is going to be an intended regime change. I mean, I can't figure out why else the CIA is going to Venezuela, other than the fact that perhaps they're trying to have regime change and have a little puppet regime so they can get
I
Because they
might
screwed
be
out.
mistaken. I thought it was Congress that declares war.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Go
What they got
figure.
down there, other than oil, what they got down there is a lot of minerals, a lot of rare earth minerals.
And billions of dollars of soybeans, because they are the number 2 soybean producer to China. Now that Donnie screwed up our own farmers, sending billions of dollars of soybeans to China. So
You also have a lot of poverty, the way I understand.
yes. And for someone who's so interested in this peace prize, you'd think that someone would be more interested in the the progress of peace as opposed to just blaming and focusing on some single magazine cover, which he feels is depicting him not in a good light.
Well,
Literally.
I said, I've seen other presidents have photographs from the same angle. Go look.
Yep.
It's just you get what you get. That's all there is to
Yep.
that.
Well, I'm calling him the Frog King.
The Fraud King. Boy, howdy shit. I'll tell you
Frogs
what
aren't
though,
wrong.
this thing of it just rubs me wrong. This whole taking boats out of the water with the missiles down in
The boats are
international-
Venezuelan. Money's going to Argentina, John.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying.
Strength never won any awards.
yeah. And whoever posted that in Discord and the blue was, I think, hit the nail on the head. I mean, no money for our government's got no money for farmers, no money for Medicaid, no money for SNAP or any other government programs. But suddenly, poof, we got $40 billion to send to Argentina.
Venezuela. I mean
Or,
Argentina. No,
with
Venezuela.
strings attached.
Oh baby. Oh baby.
You can't be Donnie with any contract without that escape clause.
And not one trade deal.
Nope.
Got a bunch of verbal agreements, not a lot of written trade deals.
Well, you
I
know
don't
how
know.
it is with good old boys. Yeah.
Yep.
If it smells like a rat and looks like a rat, it's probably a
Yep.
rat.
Horse traders, we used to call them, right? Horse traders.
Yep.
True.
Why is it that I see white, pointy costumes over people's heads when you say good old boys?
Yeah, yeah, because that's who they were. Just good old boys.
And those aren't ghosts.
No, it's not Halloween costumes either.
Mm-mm. Boy, howdy shit. Aren't we in a pickle?
Well, anyways, they are suggesting that if you can afford one or can borrow one or kind of fake one, everybody go in some kind of lovely, fun little animal costume.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go to the
everybody-
protest.
Non-threatening.
Yeah.
Don't go as
Non-threatening.
Spider-Man. No, don't
Nope.
don't be doing that.
Go as a puppy or a kitty.
Could
A
it's
puppy, a butterfly,
Yeah.
Kermit
Yeah.
the Frog.
Right.
You know.
because it shows the absurdity of it. In
I'm
very,
looking
in
forward
very
to see if we're
clear.
going to have any here in Corpus in costume.
Oh, there goes my
Who's
dog.
barking in the background?
I'm looking forward to this. I am.
Whose dog is
I
it?
believe we're going to have a big turnout here in
I think it was
Corpus.
Mishy Chicks.
What?
No, we probably got at least a good 10,000 going up here in town. Probably 10 or 15 over in Spokane. It'll be good. I might have to wear some leggings though underneath my cocktail dress. I don't know. It's going to be a little chilly.
Be a little cool. Little cool. Rick Malone,
Yeah.
Malachi. Any boats blown out of the water today? What the fuck is wrong with our military?
Yeah.
You know, that's several of them have resigned.
It won't be long. It won't be
In
long
the
until
last
these guys start
several-
giving themselves their
We've
own
got
titles,
admirals and generals resign.
Yeah.
You know who's going to replace them?
Bless you.
Commanders.
Thank you.
Commanders are going to be replacing these guys
Yeah, they'll be moved up the ladder.
right out of the playbook.
But in this case, they're going to have to be loyal to Trump.
Yep.
That's the only way I see them going with this. They're going to have to demonstrate. They're going to have to grab somebody who is loyal to Trump.
Yep.
They've
I
already
do have to
telegraphed.
You know, it
I do have to
does.
give-
It makes me worry about our military and how it's being used. And what he wants to do with it.
Yep. I do
This
have
is
to
a
give
force
kudos
against
to.
our own people.
I got to give kudos. So I mean, to for the mainstream media, and it seemed to be their only act of courage so far is not signing that Pentagon whatever loyalty.
Pete Head says
pledge.
bullshit. Pete
Yeah.
Head says bullshit letter of
Yeah.
commitment, whatever it is, bullshit that they have to run everything through them before they can report anything. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Freedom of the press. It's right there. It's right there. Come on. But yeah, and even
man.
Fox News and Newsmax, which you don't get any righter than that shit, I guess.
That's corporate media.
Yeah.
They're corporate now. And they're owned by like billionaires and corporations that are like very biased to their needs.
What media isn't?
Yeah,
Adam
Malcolm X
Butler.
warned us about the newspapers though. He said he made a speech about the newspapers about them being biased. That like, because you got to remember, like in the 1960s and the 1950s though, like the media always been biased. They had like a racial bias and all the types of biases though. You know.
That's the beauty of capitalism, though, is that we can have different rich folks that can choose to own newspapers, but it's the responsibility of the American citizen to be a well-informed voter.
Right.
Yep.
There you
Just
go.
hard to do during these flood the zone moments, when we get these oligarchies built up. And Mussolini said it best, fascism, the direct definition is corporatocracy, when the corporations run the government because they bought the government. That's where we're at. That's
Yeah,
100%.
Is it?
That's what led to corporate capitalism. Well, we actually have like crony capitalism right now.
Oh, yeah. And that's
I hate
literally
it. I hate
that's
it so
the
much.
definition
There's an
of
awful
fascism.
lot of power vested in very few people. And
Yeah.
money talks in this administration.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
it's all about the
I
money.
like. You know what's my favorite form of capitalism? The one that has like socialist principles. That's my favorite form.
Yeah. The one that capitalism is good. That's where capitalist society. You want to build a business, you can build a business.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's the social part of it.
Yeah.
But
We're
then
the
we
only,
also-
we're the only civilized nation in the world that doesn't provide health care for their
True.
residents. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Not with
why
my
is
tax
that?
money. Well, my tax money ain't going for that person. I can't be paying taxes for
Yeah, I
that
don't want
person.
that.
I know
You
it.
know, I heard it from Donnie himself. It's all about the transgender thing. Anybody he wants
Right.
he wants everybody to
It's-
have transgender. That's a
It's the
direct quote
illegals.
from your president, by the way. They want
It's the
everybody to have
illegals.
transgender.
Illegals, all
Really?
that stuff.
It's them illegals. They're stealing it all from us.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, yeah.
Whatever
That's
boogeyman they can throw out there
Yep.
to scare somebody, that's what they're doing. And that's
That's-
what I see the maggot party as, a bunch of scared little assholes. And I've noticed I said the maggot party. That's where I'm trying to draw a line. We want the conservative, who is not the racist, bigoted, misogynistic asshole, the one, the conservative, who just has conservative views in ways. Yeah, we want them
I love it.
to be able to deal, to negotiate with and everything. But maggots?
somebody that can have an argument with and go after the argument and sit down and have a beer and have some dinner
Yeah,
and break bread.
there you
together.
go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Understand
I don't
that our
want to
differences
go out and
can
have a
be-
beer with any of the people in that Young Republicans chat shit.
Nah.
Young
But that's who the maggots are.
Yeah, three
That's
quarters
who
of the guys in that group chat were between the age of 24 and 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And you want to know something about young Republicans? They're anti-old people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hate old people a lot. Like, you know.
They hate everybody except white Christian nationalists. There you go.
True.
Well, there you go. I want to call out
Yeah.
our Blue Dot greeter, Mark, came in with a $5 donation, said, hit the gong and play the tune. I hope you see this message. So I saw it,
I just need you to
and there it is.
shut the fuck up, 'cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Where's the
Bow,
military
bow,
finish?
shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Shut
that's
the
it.
fuck up. Bow, bow, shut
We
the
hope it
fuck
doesn't
up.
come to that.
Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow. I just need you to shut
See, I
the
flowed that
fuck
right
up,
in there,
'cause
baby.
nobody asked you, bitch. I
You know-
need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut
I
the
love
fuck
it
up. Bow,
anyway.
bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
Irene Marconi came in with a $10 donation and said, thank you for all the great work you do. Well, thank you, Irene. It's a labor of love. It really is. Yeah, it really is.
I love it, man. Hey, John, you want to know something?
Huh?
You know, I go to college still, well, community college, and I go to college with a lot of young Republicans. Well, and I'm not friends with them though, but sometimes I'll get a little bit nosy, and yeah, it's kind of rude to nose around other people's conversations. And trust me, dude, they really do not like old people.
Really?
They talk about how much they hate Medicaid and they want to get rid of that and all the other stuff. You know,
Wait till
and
it's
they're
their
very envious
turn.
of their-
Wait till
I
it's
know.
their turn.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
It-
the easiest
it's-
thing to do is to make people fear, right? It's
Yeah.
our most natural response. It doesn't matter whether it's a bump in the night or whatever. The easiest thing to do is to make
And what-
other people scared.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and for me, it kind of foreshadows what they did in the 30s about how they were doing all that, and then suddenly, oh, how much money can we save for,
Yeah.
killing off disabled people? How much that would save
Old
the economy? How
Oh,
much
yeah.
and how much
I
they
read
could,
that a lot in
society.
my college.
and so
Yeah.
that's going to lead down to the road of
That's how
They
we
don't like
you know,
disabled people.
scapegoating. When we
Yeah.
scapegoat each other, we have to have a justification for it. And that's always
Right.
the justification for scapegoating is, well, we're saving so much money by
Yep.
Boy, that is
Yeah.
shit. And how much are you worth?
It sucks that they hate disabled people. Basically, that's the part that really irks me is that they hate disabled people and old people.
But you know, I find this with my kids' friends too that are kind of that later college age that they really don't know why they hate each other or other people in general. They've just been told to so many times.
Yep.
When you say something 3 times, people hear you. You say it 30, they'll actually believe you. You say it 300, they'll fight for you. You say it 3,000, they'll die for you.
Right. The part of the
Doesn't
problem is
matter.
that they've never
Yeah.
met the people that they.
And that's what Trump relies
Yeah.
on. He relies on
You know, there's a-
repeating the lie.
Yeah. Hey, Uncle Fatty, there's an old like Hitler quote, right? If you tell a big enough lie, they'll believe it. Like if you tell a really big lie and it sounds really good, they'll believe it. Like trust me on that.
It's hypnoprogramming too. It's 101 xenophobia, straight up. It's
Hell yeah.
it's repetition. Repetition works. You know, listen to he has to every time. He will stop and pause and get ready to move on and then remind himself in his own brain because he's so trained to do this to say the point 2 more times.
No.
Because you always say it 3 times, minimum 3 times. And then you say it again over and over, and it's the regurgitation. That's flood the zone. You know,
True.
You flood it with xenophobic tropes of,
I know.
look, we don't vote for what we want. Okay, we vote against what scares us the most.
Fear is a great motivator.
I agree with you. Yeah.
2 things in
And we
the
just
world
haven't
that motivate more than anything else is love and hate. Love and hate.
I love everyone. Well, almost everyone, but I most especially love old people though.
Yeah.
I try to love everybody till you give me a reason
Yeah.
not to. You
Until
know,
you put that red hat on and start talking
there you
gibberish.
go. There you go.
Oh yeah.
When I stumble up in my cowboy hat and we're talking nice and good and all of a sudden some shit comes out of your mouth, no, homie, don't play that shit. Anyway, let me catch up real quick. I don't know how to say this. It's SHTF now. I'm going to assume that means shut the fuck up now. I don't know. I'm guessing. Came in with a $10 donation and said Vance should lose his military title because under this regime, he would never be allowed to be a Marine. I know. I know. It you know, J.D. Vance is a veteran. I give him that. I honor his service. But not everybody who served is yeah. Anyway, Bone Mama came in with $10 and said, "First time here, and I feel like I found my people." Well, baby, you did.
Well,
We've been hit. As a matter of fact, how long we've been waiting on your ass for like 9 years, man. Everybody, damn near every show. Where's Bone Mama? I don't know. Well, we're thankful.
Grab
We're
another
thankful
chair.
you're here, baby. And you did indeed find your people. As a matter of fact, you want to come on the show, jump right in here. Anybody is allowed. Open table, baby.
Yep.
All right. Well, what cat are we going to
look
kick?
like Donnie's going to go to actually sit in on a SCOTUS case. Interesting.
That who is that? What?
Donnie's going to be. He is going to actually to the Supreme Court to sit in during oral arguments on.
He's going to be in the
upcoming
audience.
Case. Yep.
What case?
Does not say.
Or
it's voting rights. That's just something to do with voting rights.
Rights
Yep.
Act.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
For what reason? All of a sudden, I'm thinking, for what?
Yeah.
Not.
What you call putting the hand of power, right?
Yes.
Leaning on
Intimidation.
the court. Leaning, right?
He's gonna sit on the one side of the scale of justice.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
That's they're trying.
I don't
to,
like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, they're trying to bring back racial gerrymandering back. In the
Okay, shit hits the fan. Okay.
Yep.
All
I was
right.
going to say that. Didn't want to break in.
I've seen that in the chat. Thank you very much. SHTF, shit now. Okay,
Hell
I
yeah.
got you. Outstanding. Mine would have worked.
Yeah.
And I've been
Sort of.
scouring the Constitution, and I want to know where it says that the Speaker himself has to swear in the newly elected person. It seems to me like, because I've been reading, and there's certain places where it says like a local federal judge could do it, just like they swear in people who are new citizens. But I don't see anywhere that it says that it specifically has to be the Speaker.
Well, I don't think it. There's somewhere in there where they get to set their rules of each Congress. You know
That's
how
what I
there's the 119th and blah blah blah. And at the beginning of their thing, they get to set some of the rules, so it might be in there instead.
In which case, it's more
I'm
of a
not
tradition
sure.
than a
Right, it gets more traditional than anything.
right than a law, I guess. But that's a good question.
Shoot. You know, I just got an email. I mean, just now too. It's yeah, at 6:01. I ain't got my glasses on. Whatever time it is right now, I just got this message. And it is from well, actually, it's not personally to me. I'm sure it's from the Congresswoman in Arizona, Representative-elect Adelita Guadalajara. And I can't see it. I know I'm going to mess it up. Gaharlik.
No,
And yeah,
no, I'm gonna mess it up.
yeah. But I don't have my glasses in here, but I think I can read this, and I'm going to read it. Real quick.
Grijalva?
Yes, that's it. That's it. Thank you. John, they know me by name. Of course they do. You may not know who I am. That's understandable. My name is Representative-elect Adelita Guajalva. Arizona's elected me to Congress 3 weeks ago, but Speaker Johnson is refusing to swear me in. This isn't normal. The 3 other representatives elected this year were literally sworn in less than 24 hours after their elections, even when the House wasn't meeting. But me, I'm here in Washington, ready to work and ready to add one more crucial vote against Republicans' slim majority. That's undoubtedly why Speaker Johnson will not swear me in. John, this affront to democracy makes clear how critical it is to elect Democrats to fight back. We need to take back the House. Yes, so that Speaker Johnson can't continue to play these games. But we also need to get elected Democrats, governors, secretaries of state, and state legislators to protect free, unobstructed elections. And the RNC is doing this work to select Democrats up and down the ballot nationwide. And then it
John,
goes into the standard asking for a donation. And
I agree with you.
But what she
she's
said.
been trolling Tiny Mike hard. She's been up there. She's right out in front of his office. She's been up there for the past few days trolling his ass. Come on back to town. Swear me in.
It's ridiculous.
Yep.
And again, we all know why. We all know why. With all of his little bullshit reasons.
Back to Epstein again.
Yeah,
Back to Epstein.
Yeah, it's Epstein. It is the
That's going to
Epstein
break
case.
the whole thing. Yep.
Because that's the little stone that you got to pull out to let the avalanche fall.
Oh yeah, Epstein. It just sickens to hear that.
And that's what this is all about. No doubt, it doesn't have anything to do except with the fact of the Epstein case.
You know, it really bothers me though, and it makes me laugh sometimes. But like, it's funny how they call us pedophiles, but their boy was friends with a pedophile the whole time.
Every accusation is a confession.
Yeah.
Every accusation
is a confession. You're right. You know,
it's
we
gonna
got to take over the Democratic Party, and we got to overthrow that corporate establishment. Just how Kennedy overthrew like the Dixie establishment. You ever heard of the Dixiecrats?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we gotta overthrow that establishment in order to beat MAGA. You know.
You know that. You know, I can. That's what I dream of. That's what I'm dreaming of nowadays, is who is going to be that person that's going to step out and lead this party for presidential election in 2028.
I already told you that I'd volunteer.
That's right. Damn. All right. Fatty for president. There you go.
We need a face out there like Jon Stewart, or like a
Jon Stewart would be good,
No,
or maybe Gavin Newsom.
Well, Gavin's good, but we need somebody that's like Trump, that's an outsider.
I would go with
use
Jon
that outsider
Jon
card.
Stewart in a minute.
Absolutely,
In a
because
New York
he's not
minute.
a platform where he's not beholden to the corporate sponsors, right? He's not beholden to the NRA or to the Heritage Fund
Anybody.
or any of these other left wing, right? And he's got that, somebody that can come out swinging and kick him in the nuts every day, nonstop.
Yeah.
We just don't have, we've got that, they go low, we go high mentality still, where, I think that sentiment's changing and everybody's realizing that we got to fight.
Yeah. You know what I say to that? I say, if they go low, we go lower, right? If they want to be nasty,
Yeah, we
towards us,
tried
be
that.
nasty.
They go low, we go high. We tried that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
We go lower.
I think we just need to stay focused. I don't think we need to follow any of their leads. We just need to stay focused.
I
And we
agree.
need to own our own narrative and be focused on our own narrative and not let this, rebuttal. We're always on the rebuttal side.
Quit reacting. Yeah. It's always
Right.
a
I
react-
think that's where Newton's got the power is he's
Be
got
active, don't react.
his media team that's out there going head on into the bull, using the bull's tactics against him. And that's what works.
Yeah.
Enough people putting around.
If Kennedy can get rid of the Dixiecrats, we sure as hell can get rid of the corporate Democrats. Trust me on that.
I would love to see a Kennedy-esque candidate come forward.
Hell yeah.
We've got seven different seats in Idaho that are running uncontested.
Wow.
By maggots, by hardcore right-wing extremist maggots.
That's a
right.
problem.
And I would say, we not just need to, blue wave on our federal representatives, but all the way down to the dog catchers, you guys. Because it's our city councilmen, it's our county commissioners, it's our city councils that are really going to be the beholders of our local police department and our local sheriff's office.
Yep. I say we go with the blue tsunami on this one, man.
Yeah, it's got to be.
We're gonna have to make it. We're gonna make it happen.
Got to scare enough people to get in to vote too. A lot of people are just put off in this dystopian, attitude that it doesn't matter and it's just all, it's all rigged anyways and this and that. No.
Yeah, we got to get rid of
the only way that works is if you don't vote, if you don't participate. That's the way that shit works. It's when we fail to stand up and do our part of the deal. We the people part.
True.
We get the government we elect. And
yeah, we gotta welcome. Yeah, we gotta welcome a lot of ex-maggots too. As much as we don't like them, we gotta welcome them.
I don't think you're going to welcome any ex-maggots. I think we'll welcome ex-conservatives or even conservatives who've come to their senses. That's what we're not asking conservatives to completely go liberal and just, agree with everything we do. But there's a limit to this shit. And we used to be in a place where we could negotiate crap.
Most of us are just interests anyways. Most of us are just libertarians when it comes down to it, that want individual liberty, that want people to be able to go where they want and do what they want to do with their own selves. They're not hurting somebody physically. Then I got the right to not figure, if my feelings are hurt for something that you're doing, I got a right to change the channel. But when your actions are hurting other people and we're calling your actions out, it's a different deal, and that's where the Democrat Party's at, where we're literally calling out people for being assholes.
True.
And then getting called assholes for calling out assholes in this whole double entendre, flip the narrative.
And I think the majority of the public is seeing this shutdown for what it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Hell yeah.
The party that's in power, baby. They're not
You wanna
much
know
up for
something?
negotiating anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to know how to win young voters? Go on the social media platforms that they're always on. You know how Kennedy won
That's why we're here.
the 1960 election? He won by going on the television.
Yeah.
Hey,
A lot
I
of
think a
people
lot
in
of
the
people
TV.
get motivated and get informed by influencers. I guess that's what they call it. Midas
Yeah.
Touch is the biggest one that comes to my mind. Tennessee Brando, Texas Paul.
I love Tennessee Brando.
Oh yeah,
Man, Adam
oh yeah.
Mockler is tearing shit these days. I got to give a big shout out to Adam Mockler. He's on all the
Oh.
big platforms. He's going head to head with all these old timers that are entrenched in the narrative, and he's
I
throwing it right
love
back,
Adam Mockler.
making them look like
Out,
idiots.
outstanding. See, that's where the
He's
power
the same
lies.
age as me. I love that dude.
Yeah. Luke Beasley's
So
another
yeah,
one.
I say
What's
it
up?
often in my eyes. There's no competition on this social media shit. We have our Blue Dot family meeting 3 times a week. I'm thankful for every person that comes in here and participates in this. But I always say the same thing: if you're in this show, you're watching other shows. You're being involved. You're being informed. You're being a
True.
participant in this shit, and I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, be involved.
Go.
Just being involved. Main thing. Being informed.
I just
Yep.
seen in bright bold letters here, smart ass squaws letting me know. John, did you hear about Gina Hinojosa running for governor against Abbott? I hope she wins. Me too. Anybody against Abbott?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
but I did not know that. Gina Hinojosa, I'm familiar with that name though. And yeah, good,
So,
good. We need
yeah.
somebody to run against that asshole. And I
True.
do. I think, Mark, knock
We
on
can just
wood.
call him Governor Hot Wheels.
I'm just thinking Texas is going to turn a little bluer. Our governor has
I'm
plumb
getting purple.
embarrassed our state with his consistently trying to suck up and kiss Donald Trump's ass in any way he can. Any groveling that he can do to suck up to Trump, he will do. And it's damn well embarrassing and it's disgusting. Our state, our National Guard are back here in Texas again.
You ever
Thanks
heard
to
of
a judge.
the-
Not because of
You
Abbott.
ever heard of the Tea Party?
Huh?
You ever heard of the Tea Party?
The Tea Party?
We got our own Tea Party, yeah. And we got our own Tea Party. And this
We
time,
got- Need to pick a
this
different name.
time, I hope this Tea Party, our own little Tea Party, I hope it replaces the corporate establishment
This,
that the
I
Democrats
think,
have.
I think this protest coming up on Saturday is really going to,
Hell yeah.
I think it's going to be big, and I think it's going to be major news. Just, this is going to be people,
Yeah.
the voices. And Don, we're going to have to be real careful because he's going to try to do something. He's going to have the National Guard out or he's going to try to instigate some shit.
He's
Yep.
got warships trained and ready to fire missiles into frickin' American soil,
Yeah.
shutting down the I-5 through California,
Oh.
and sending live rockets from a warship.
Speaking of California, I actually live there, man. Like, I go to school in Pasadena, and dude, it's scary out there. Like, the streets in Pasadena are crawling with ICE agents, undercover ICE agents, and it's really scary. And they're super racist
You're gonna have
too,
to be
though.
really
Like
be
off
careful.
camera, they say the most nastiest shit on earth
Oh, yeah.
off camera
Bunch
that
of
you don't
Proud Boys,
know.
Patriot Front idiots that
Oh,
got
yeah.
hired.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna get worse, guys. I hate to say it, but it is. It's gonna get. This winter's not gonna be good.
Oh
Hey,
man.
let me
dude.
call out
They're-
SHTF Now, came back in with another $5 donation and asked a question. And I've read it and I'm pondering. Is it safe to take my son to the No Kings with me? I can't decide. Got everything ready, gas mask, water, and costumes, but scared.
I'd say, yes, it is. But just be mindful of where you're at and where you live, and
Yeah.
and
True.
prepared. Just be prepared.
Yeah,
How
the
old is your
atmosphere
son?
that you're
Would be the
expecting.
question.
Right.
Uh,
I remember.
I don't think I'd take very small children. No.
No, not a very small child. If you're in an area now, someplace like me down here in Corpus Christi on the Water Edge Park, there's children all over the place. There's a park right there, and they're playing all over the place. It's a fun activity, uplifting. Of course, there's people driving by flipping you the bird and stuff like that. But you get more people driving by honking and thumbs up. But I wouldn't have a fear of taking a young child down there. But that's not on the streets of, I don't know, a major metropolitan area.
I'd say it doesn't matter where you're at. You could always have ICE drive by and pop a couple of gas grenades on you.
Yeah.
And
But
that's
and again, I think it would depend on how old the boy is.
Yeah.
It's
You know what? pisses me off
my
about ICE?
first thought is, well, of course you want to take your son because you want to instill in him the need for his father to stand up for what he believes in.
Mhm.
It's a teaching moment to be able to be around people that are all fighting for the same cause.
Yeah. Hey, John, you want to know something about ICE and what really pisses me off about them?
What?
They handcuffed like children that are not wearing any clothes
Shit.
from parents and from Chicago, I think.
Yeah.
And they put them in U-Haul trucks, and they said like "F those kids" for some reason. They said something along those lines, And they're over here like, I don't know. They're over here like beating like black and brown people, and they're over here like harassing them and stuff. And I think that agency should be abolished and be replaced with a new one. Hopefully.
There's a lot of things that are going to have to change.
Oh yeah.
Mary Caceres in the chat says, if you take children, I suggest staying to the back and don't go directly to the front and give yourself some room. I think that's good advice. If you're there with children, try to stay away from the front line.
Yeah, I would love
Oh,
to
it's a
get
dangerous one.
But I do. I understand his concern for his son. You don't want to be in a situation to where things turn violent, and your son is in there, but
Yeah,
weighing
totally
that up
agree with you,
against,
man.
and again, if you take your children, try to stay in a more neutral area, somewhere not near the front, in near any antagonizing crowd, because I think it's important. I think it is so important that your children see you standing up for democracy, standing up for the things that you believe in,
standing up for other people.
for standing
not
up
just
for
standing
other
up for that,
people.
we're standing up
Indeed.
for the right for other people to exist and to use their voice. I don't mind MAGA using their voice. I don't mind, fighting against that. But that's their American right.
Yes.
We got a right
Yes.
to be able to push back against that shit too, and that's what America's all about: is the idea, the free ideas of free information and act. But
I
when we
mean,
have
That falls along the old line of do they have a right to be bigoted, homophobic assholes? Yes, they do. In this country, yes, they do.
yeah, I
And
agree.
get after
Doesn't make
that
them right, and it doesn't make it acceptable.
This country once stood up against against the South when they were owning slaves, and now we need to stand up against like MAGA for unlawful deportations and all that stuff, though. And look, I'm okay with deportations unless it's very valid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with that. But if you're deporting people for no reason without any due process, that's where it's crossed the line.
It's
for
bullshit.
me.
And there's the key word, due process. And we've seen stories, and the one that comes to my mind the most is that the father that was arrested and put in detention, who had 3 sons who were Marines.
Yeah, man.
3 sons born in this country, served this country during times of war. If that doesn't earn you citizenship, I don't know what the fuck does.
True. That is 100% true, man.
You know,
You know, if we could only see
and we've
the
seen
military.
stories like this. People that have been here for 10, 20, 30 years. No criminal record. Pay their taxes. Although they don't get any benefit from it.
Yeah,
They're proud to live in this country.
I know. You know,
Oh,
and
Lordy.
people don't know this, but like the states of California, Arizona, New Mexico, and even Texas, where you live, it used to be part of Mexico at one point.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
There's a lot of Spanish.
The border
names.
used to be in my backyard, as a matter of fact. Before the Alamo and all that, the border of Texas used to be right here in my backyard on the Nueces River. That was the dividing line between Mexico and the United States. And then after the American-Mexican War, we pushed it down to the Rio Grande, and hence we have the Rio Grande as a border right now. But yeah, it used to be right, and that's what kills me about when we get into the whole idea of immigration, because I always say we didn't discover shit. Columbus didn't discover shit. Nobody discovered shit, because when they got here, somebody was waving to them from the shoreline. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Whatever. You know, they're there. You didn't discover shit. You just came to steal shit. And in that day and age, you know, that's the way nations were formed and whatnot, I guess. Doesn't make it right. But the way we've treated natural Americans, Native Americans, has been shitty. Was shitty from the word go. You know,
Yep.
and it's taken hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And we're still not there.
Though. I know a man who's Choctaw, and you know, he doesn't like MAGA Republicans. Plus, they harass him a lot too. You know, most especially by like the black MAGA types. Though he hates them the most, and he's half Native American, half black. You know, but they insult his heritage just like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
they
Dangerous.
insult anybody that's different. That's the whole thing with bigotry. It's not about who you are or what you are. It's just the fact that you're different, and you can't accept anything different because you're just so inside your own little snowflake bubble.
True. 100% true, man. And it's funny how they call us snowflakes, but they're like the most snowflakey as they can be, man. Like they get so
they get butt hurt pretty easy.
So insensitive, dude. Yeah, like tell like a tasteless joke about a Republican figure. They get mad. They just heckle you, man. Like especially when it comes to like left wing comedians, they heckle the shit out of them.
That's right, Don Cheeto. They were.
I remember one of the hecklers threw like a beer can at a female comedian just because.
Oh yeah.
You know, she disagrees with her opinions or whatever.
And she picked it up and drank it off the floor when it hit the wall.
Oh yeah, it did. You know.
Hello, Dangerous.
Give me Uncle Fatty Red Hat challenge.
Hey. Aloha, John.
How you doing, brother?
What's up, Dangerous?
Doing all right. I had a Bluetooth speaker on, and when you invited me in, I don't know, for some odd reason, I couldn't be heard, so I had to shut that off, back out, come back in, and thank you for inviting me in.
You sound good, brother.
So
you sound good.
Yeah. You know, the one thing I wanted to talk about was, you know, I've heard you all talking about, you know, possible military strikes. We've got our CIA down doing covert operation in Venezuela. But when I saw the report that we've got U.S. Navy ships that are going to do live fire exercises starting tomorrow and during the No Kings protest, where they're shutting I-5 down, they're going to be shooting them at fucking Pendleton, which...
Yeah, I just saw
I wait
that.
every fucking day So you know what this is? This is an intimidation. We're going to go ahead and show our force of power because you know how many fucking people showed up for No Kings in San Diego last time? They estimated 30 to 50,000 fucking people. So, you know, I heard that one lady say, I don't know if I should take my kid. Well, fuck, they're trying to intimidate all of us by, we're going to go ahead and launch. I've never heard
Well,
of them ever
she's
launching
probably
missiles
genuinely
into the
concerned.
fucking
She's
U.S.
watching the news. She sees what's going on. But the news is going to concentrate. If there's any disturbance, they're going to show that.
Oh, of course. And we need to stop
yeah.
dissenters. If we see any dissenters, we need to tamp that shit down
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Because we
Don't
can't
let
give them
anybody
a fucking
pick up
excuse.
anything and throw anything. If
Fuck
you can.
no.
And if they
Fuck
do, move your ass away from them. Move your ass away
Right.
from them.
Tell them just
And,
to sit down, relax. You know,
looks like a Nazi,
I mean,
talks like a Nazi.
that's
It's
the
a
whole
Nazi.
thing. You know what? It's kind of hard to fight when you're sitting down. You know what I mean? You look very passive. In fact, any Tibetan monk would tell you that. Just sit down. You know. I know that it doesn't make you. It makes you kind of a target just sitting on the ground.
I think
but
it
if
makes
people
a
are
statement.
videotaping,
I think when it's
Yeah,
done
it
in
makes a
mass,
statement.
it makes a statement. When it's
Yep.
done in mass. When everybody decides, no, I'll just sit right here.
Non-violent.
We'll just sit right here.
Make
We'll,
them
we'll,
Well, just
we'll
like all
hold
these
up our
people,
sign.
all these people, all these people showing up in the animal outfits. I mean, you know, it's a
I
statement.
love that. I love that.
I love that. That's people thinking outside the box. And
Yeah.
I've seen some interesting
And I'm
videos
glad to see
where
it
I think
catching on, too. You know.
Jimmy Kimmel, he's got show your hellhole, right? Hashtag show your hellhole city, whatever. And people have been sending in the funniest fucking videos. I don't know if you've been watching Jimmy Kimmel where they, like put like, oh, look, the bushes are even angry. And look at the houses are all gay because they're painted pink. I mean, they're ribbing them so hard. They're showing, they're being sarcastic. That's the whole point.
Well, yeah.
They're being
Yeah.
sarcastic. And it works. Show the
Hey.
absurdity. That's what they're doing. They're showing the absurdity of these actions.
And mainstream media will bite onto that because it is so absurd.
Makes for good news.
Yeah.
You
But what the fuck are they going to do?
Dinosaur
Firing missiles
tear
into
gas
the
by-
U.S.? What
that
the hell
sounds
is that all about?
What?
What is that all about?
What?
I mean, why would you want to show of force like that? I mean, I know it's the 250th anniversary of the Marines, but you don't do it that way. You don't have Navy ships out there fucking firing missiles at the California coast. That just doesn't make sense.
Well, Alcatraz probably make a good target. We need to rebuild that sucker anyways, right? Why not just
Yeah, he wants to rebuild it anyway. Take it out with a few.
Yeah, it's a historical monument. It's a national park system
That's
there.
true. Yeah, it's a national park. I'm sorry. You caught me off guard with the ships firing shells into Camp Pendleton.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
I just posted it on main discussion. I just posted it like before the show started. But anyway.
Because
By the way, this is
there's an area of live fire training. Down.
Sure, we all have. Hey, at least my state gets a Qatarian Air Force base. So hey,
what
there
if
you
they
go.
miss? What if they miss? What if they miss?
On accident.
I mean,
right?
shit does happen. Remember that fucking place in Tennessee where the fucking
They'd have
munitions
to be
plant
really
blew up?
fucking
My
off with the
God.
amount of area that they're designated as that. Again,
They're
the
not
optics
supposed
are
to make
good.
mistakes. They're not
No.
supposed to make mistakes. But you know what? Shrapnel has absolutely no direction.
No,
You know what I
it's
mean? It's not
indiscriminate too. It
targeted.
hits whoever the fuck is in the way. Yeah, I know that.
I think it's more than a show of force. I think it's straight up intimidation.
What happened?
By the way, I wanted to mention something. While I was sitting here waiting for you to let me in, I was watching Jesse Dollimore, and he said that Pete Hegseth's press secretary was on my flight showing documents on her work laptop, and it was hilarious. He was coming back from Japan, and it was fucking the Pentagon's deputy press secretary sitting there with her laptop open, just fucking doing government work on it where anybody could look at it. And he said that she spent a considerable amount of time on Donald Trump's True Social account on Rapid Response 47 on Twitter. Not shocking that the staffer of a guy who DM'd classified war plans to a journalist is wildly careless with her important work
Go
in
figure.
public.
Go figure.
Yeah. I mean, she's sitting there fucking.
They're going after
doing
John
fucking
Bolton. Hell,
Pentagon
they should
shit
go
with a
after Pete
laptop.
Hegseth. He's the more.
Oh, he's going to go. My wife told me today he'll be the first one after the beginning of the year to be fired because Trump
You
hasn't
think?
fired anybody yet.
He's got to go.
His
He's
MO.
got to go. He's been made a fool of with his little speech in front of the admirals and generals. He made an idiot out of himself. And it's obvious
And
to
then he
everybody that
recalled
was
all
in
the
the
Texas
room.
troops. Yeah, the Texas troops that showed up in Chicago, the gravy train. Yeah, he
they're
recalled all those fuckers. He doesn't want fat fuckers out there. So go figure.
Yep.
Boy, that is shit. Oh, shit. I didn't even notice
it's
the
late,
time.
huh?
I just didn't notice the time.
Time slips when we're
flies
having
when you're
fun, bro.
fun. Anyway.
Anyway.
I guess we'll wrap it up.
Yeah,
for the
well, I
evening.
just want people to definitely show up. I mean, fuck, we had they estimated 5 million people, and I'm sure we could double that, if not maybe even, make it 15. I mean,
That's
people
the
were
day,
even more
baby.
pissed
This
6 months
Saturday.
later. Yeah.
This Saturday, October 18th.
Rock 'em.
Fighting
Yep.
dictatorship
Be there, be
together,
square.
baby. No kings in this country. We need to stand up.
Well,
we
we
need
won't
to
use
use
that
our
out
voices.
here. By the way, that doesn't go over well in Hawaii. No kings, because we were a monarchy
Yeah, well,
127 years ago.
Yeah, but
So
I'm
we
pretty
use the
sure
word
they can
dictator.
differentiate between.
We use the word dictator, D-I-C-C-K, and then T-A-T-E-R, dictator.
Dictator.
No dictators. Yeah, dictator. That's what he is. Capitalize the D and capitalize the T and make it one whole word, dictator.
Wasn't that Sonny Daniels' nickname?
And then put a potato on there. Put a potato and make it orange. Anyway.
All right, we're going to wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Why am I looking up at my screen? There's somebody missing. Who left the room?
Who?
Did some?
Just maybe?
Yeah, just must drop down.
Just did. Just Coggins. Okay.
Everything keeps
Well, we
moving
want to
around
thank
anyway.
Just for coming in the room and visiting with us.
Yep.
Dangerous, we appreciate you coming in, brother.
Yeah, by the way, that lady that said that you could tell her, hey, we've been waiting 9 years for you.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
We're waiting on it.
After this, I'm going to be selling chocolate.
Join in the conversation. Yeah, you join Discord, and once you join Discord, find the blue room, and then you can join in the conversation, be part of this audience.
There
too.
you go.
So
Yeah.
join Discord and
It's a
follow
free app and all that shit. Look for the Blue
love
Dot family
Discord.
because after we have here, we go into the blue room and continue this discussion.
Yeah,
That's
Discord
right.
Is like it's like Facebook, Skype.
It's one of the
like,
coolest friggin' apps out there, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
it is one of the
Discord is
most multi-dimensional applications that is on the internet.
Yeah, I found it through my sons who used it for gaming, and that's how it. Yeah, that's how it was originally
That's crazy.
meant for. Was gamers to be able to talk to each other in real time.
Oh, I
and
remember
whatnot.
that era.
Yeah,
Great platform.
Yeah.
It's still
Anyway.
used by gamers. Yeah, it's still used.
Oh,
Although
they still
use
use
Twitch
it all the
too.
time.
Twitch.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm running a gubernatorial campaign out here, and boy, I'll tell you what, that's going to be an education process for me because I'm going to be dealing with all kinds of high-ranking people. I'm going to learn what government's really all about and what it takes to run a campaign. When you're running it for fucking governor of the state of Hawaii, that's a big fucking
You're running
job.
for governor of the state of Hawaii?
I'm not. One of my friends lives over at Wailua on the Big Island, that cannabis farmer, and he took care of all the North Shore of Oahu. He had over 4,000 fucking medical marijuana patients. In fact, they raided his fucking farm. DHS came out there 2 years ago and fucking did a forfeiture on him. They didn't arrest him or anything, but they ripped 4,000 fucking plants out of his fucking greenhouses. I went to his property and I saw he had everything back up and running 3 days later. He told me that the biggest problem that he cared about was, his wife basically went fucking, he said they showed up with fucking Black Hawk helicopters. They showed up with SWAT. He said that they left on his toilet, they left a list of every single person who was there. They left their full name and what their rank was or what agency they were with. He got a roster of everybody. His wife told him, hey, relax. This will be over shortly. Just let them do what they're going to do. And they fucking raided his ass at 6 a.m. 2 years ago in 2023. And they took everything. But his attitude was, his wife said, calm down. And a couple hours later, 3 hours later, they were pretty much gone. And he said within 3 days he had the operations up. But his biggest issue is they took his fucking computers and he didn't back up any of his photos. So that was his biggest concern.
Yeah.
But, they did a fucking shit on him. And it's just because, you know what it was? It was because he was giving good medicine to the people and not dealing with the fucking crooked dispensary system out here.
Yeah.
But he's an organic farmer. We're basically looking at a real local thing, trying to, housing stability here in Hawaii, food stability. We're so connected to the mainland. We're realizing that, hey, we can grow our own food. We've got plenty of cattle ranches. We can feed our own fucking people. So anyway, this is a grassroots campaign, and it's interesting. I mean, he's called me into the inner circle. So
I wish him luck.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hanley for governor.
Do they actually have Black Hawk helicopters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They fucking
Yeah,
he
they
said
do
that
it.
they repelled out of fucking helicopters. It was like, but they didn't arrest him or convict him of anything. They called it a forfeiture seizure move.
What the fuck, dude?
Boy, howdy.
So they fucking ripped 4,000 plants and took all of his product. I mean, the guy's got fucking cold water hash fucking makers and everything. They
Boy,
took
howdy.
everything. They stripped him fucking clean and left him with nothing. But within 3 days, he had everything back up and running. So
That's
go
good.
figure.
He
He's
was
very
on the
connected.
rebound
Out
real
of, like,
quick
a
then.
Rodney Dangerfield movie. You
All
ever
right.
seen Rodney Dangerfield?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
No.
it's like something out of a comedy movie. Like,
All right. Well, we're going to
Something
What's
continue this.
crazy, I
This
mean,
is the
he's
kind
seen
of
the
conversation that
corruption
we're going to continue in the Blue Room.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, everybody
Yeah.
get out there and protest, and thanks for having me in. You know what?
bet.
Watch the TV because
All
it's
right.
going to get crazy on Saturday. They're going to
You
try to
bet.
pull some bullshit to start the Insurrection Act, and don't give them a fucking excuse to start
There
the
you go.
Insurrection
Don't give
Act.
them an excuse.
That's all I
Everything's
say.
nice and peaceful.
Nope.
Anyway, Dangerous, thank you
All
very
right.
much, brother. I appreciate
All right,
it.
man. Thank you.
And
Thank you, Josh.
Andy,
Mahalo.
Dr. Andy, thank
Yeah.
you very much, brother. Appreciate it.
you too.
We'll
You
be
know,
here next
I'm
time.
gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go sell some chocolates with my brother at a college football stadium.
Oh, outstanding. Outstanding. We'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next
Have a
time,
good day,
Dr.
man.
Andy. All right, you too, brother. And Uncle Fatty.
Man, it might not be Beer and Bud Friday yet, but I'm starting early.
I'm ready to get there, brother. I'm ready to get there. Yeah, it's been a long
Yeah.
week. I'm ready for that one. I'm ready for it. Got a new one,
Everybody
too.
be
Got
good.
a new
Always
one.
a pleasure, John. This chick is
Always, Uncle Fatty. Take care of yourself.
Get out
And I
there.
appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys always. Get out there and
All
use
right.
your voice, people, and smack that like button.
There you go. Like, share, subscribe. It's right down there. Anyway, take care of yourself, Fatty.
Oh, yeah.
And Miss Chick.
And John,
Oh, boy, howdy.
running
Awesome.
over. Running over.
I know it. I know it. We're way over. Anyway, you got anything you want to call out? You want to highlight tonight?
I got some people that liked some stuff, and I hope
Oui.
these people liked enough stuff that they're going to get out and protest.
I hope so. I hope so. Because we'll be here on
I'm
Sunday to
gonna
talk about it.
I'm going to try and be out there. So, yep.
My son's going to
Um,
videotape it, so we'll have a video to see. I don't know if it'll be on Sunday because it takes him a little time to edit it, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have a video of the protests I'm going to attend. So
Yeah, be mindful of people's faces is all. Yeah.
you bet.
So we had people like Del F from Iowa, John E. Sr. from Ohio, Fran W. from Michigan, Nelson C. from Maryland, Mary P. from Oklahoma, and Peter S. from Pennsylvania all gave us a
Oh.
big heart on Facebook.
Outstanding. We appreciate it because we love them back. We love them back.
Mhm.
And that's the way this shit works. And that's the way it grows. So, y'all, I appreciate everybody who listens, who participates in this, and who shares this shit. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, y'all take
Turn out
care of
for the
yourself.
midterms.
April, I'll
Don't
catch
forget
you
to
on the
vote for
next one, baby.
midterms.
We got here right at the end of the show. But
Yeah.
we'll look for you. And in the meantime, it is Thursday, so that makes tomorrow Friday. So it's Beer and Bud Friday. I'll have a new beer tomorrow. and we'll try to ease into the weekend. There ain't no possibility of a shutdown ending, so it's all going to be until next week before we have a shot at this shit. So anyway, on that note, don't forget, on Saturday, October 18th, fighting dictatorship together, baby. It's No King's Day. So I encourage you to be on the street and to use your voice and to be counted amongst the numbers. I'm going to be there. My kids are going to be there, and I'm really looking forward to it. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself. Have a wonderful life. Have a wonderful night is what I was trying to say. Anyway, I'm flustered. Miss Chick, good night, darling. I appreciate it.
Good night, John. Good night, Blue Dot family.
Good night.
Good night, John boy.
Look at there. I almost did
Put a
it again.
smile on your face and give that shit